Learn something new every day. Thank you, Mandy. I think the biggest problem that we have as a collective is the fact that the inflation is so high we can't even live on our own without almost selling our soul. I don't know about you, but I think it's rigged. Confirmation. Wow, off to an amazing start tonight so far. Rebuke it, send it back. The King of Cups in reverse. An emotionally manipulative prick. Alright, hopefully this works better. Ay, ay, ay. Like, it's pretty bad. I can't even clean my own cards. That requires incense. I did it anyway. Okay, so is everybody home safe? They're not driving? Well, if you're driving, you can do the breathing exercise, but don't be closing your eyes. You can just continue focusing on the road. You can use your visualization while you're at it. Okay, so we're going to go through a little breathing exercise. For the ones that are home, find yourself in a comfortable spot, whether it be your bed or your couch or whatever the case, and take a moment to still yourself. Sound check is good. Put that away. Okay, so find yourself in a space where you can kind of be in the silence, be in the stillness, be in the moment. For the ones that are home, focus on my voice. And start by closing your eyes. Visualize within your mind's eye, you looking at yourself in the mirror. So you're looking at a reflection of yourself. But as you look at the reflection of yourself, you start to know different colors at different points. And I want you to try to bring about the visualization of all the chakra, the main 7, from the root to the crown. And as you're doing this, you're focusing on your breathing. Now, if you tend to fall behind, don't feel like you're in a rush, okay? You can come back to this and try it again. So as you're visualizing these different chakra centers, with every breath in, visualize yourself breathing in white, pure, light energy. And as you're exhaling, I want you to focus on breathing out the darkness, breathing out the pain, the suffering, the sadness. Otherwise, inhale the good shit, exhale the bad shit. Just focus on the reflection of your body and just watching these energy centers glow. Think of a rainbow. Starts with red at the root chakra, which is your sacral chakra. and it goes up through your body. If you've been to the community tab and you've seen the chakra, I've mentioned it before. If you need something to visualize, you can minimize me and go to the post, the community tab, and scroll down and look at it. It might help you. But we're only focusing on the main ones in the north node. For the ones that can, you breathe in through your in through your nose and out through your mouth. Now I like to picture myself in a darkened room because the white light energy shows up a lot better than what it would in a lit up room. Now if you focused on building your tempo, your inner temple, this is also a good place to do this exercise. Now we're going to start with the root chakra, which is red. The way I like to see it is the root chakra starts to glow. It starts to emit that red light. And I like to see red smoke. Smoky kind of energy. Crystalline red, crystalline kind of energy around my root chakra. So once that one's all ready to go, and you feel that it's clicking on, or that you can visualize it open and visualizing it active, we're going to move to the next one, which is going to be orange. When you get good at it, you can do 3 breaths in and out. And usually that will get you ready for the next one. Just going through this exercise to open up the chakras, to bring you into alignment. We're moving up to yellow. That one's right roughly about here. And then the next one just up from that is your heart chakra, which is green. So it goes red, orange, yellow, green, and then we're moving to blue, which is roughly about here, which is our throat chakra. And then we reach our crown, which is purple. Now, if you're having any difficulties registering these colors or registering these centers, it's because your lower chakras need work. So there very well could be envy, hate, sadness that you're still working through. But it'll recognize where you are able to go to and where you're still blocked. And this is also giving you the ability to be an awareness of which ones are more difficult and which ones are easy to open up and center. What you want to do is you want to work through the lower chakras to make sure they are cleared out. That takes introspection and reflection and healing. Even if you pick one a day for each, some of us have more trauma and more issues than others, and that's totally fine. But if you take one per energy center and you work through it a day, you'll be all right. You will progress quite well. And then that white crystalline energy that you were breathing in at the start, to breathe in that white crystalline energy and to exhale the darkness, exhale the sadness, exhale the bad mojo. Above the violet is I call it nirvana. It's where your Christ consciousness sits. It's where your higher self sits. Your spiritual sense of self always sits roughly anywhere from 5 inches to 2 feet above you. Now, if you're having a hard time concentrating, you can focus on a particular situation. If you have a crystal, you can focus on a crystal. If you have a favorite stone, you can focus on that stone to give you a focal point. You didn't offend me, Trash Panda. It's good. See, most people don't realize that working with energy, working with magic, is a personal thing. The moment you feel that you're going to do magic for other people, that's where it becomes karmic. When you're going to direct energy at other people, no, it doesn't work that way. There needs to be consent. Some people say that it doesn't matter, but it does. This is why you give up to the divine. You surrender all the crap you're going through to the divine. Because when it all comes down to it, the divine is in control. The divine is living through us. And for people to go up against the divine and the destiny of others, it doesn't go very well. When I do readings, I call upon the collective energy that needs to be spoken about. That's why the messages come out in the way that they are. So welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Once you feel that you've opened up your chakras and you feel rested, or you feel that you're in alignment, you can go ahead and open your eyes. Continue focusing on your breathing. And as you do this, you could do this on a daily basis. As you do this and you work with the different centers, you can go on my community tab or my post tab now. They've changed it up. Yeah. So focus on each energy center, one little issue a day until it's all cleared out. And as you work through your different little issues and you bring them to resolve within yourself, it's not like you're, maybe sadness. It's not like you have to go and make nice with other people, make nice with yourself, right? It's a personal accountability. See where you went wrong. See where you can evolve and make the changes necessary. Now, the people that are out there throwing hexes, they're karmic. Okay? The people out there doing all this energy work, destiny swaps, and all this other junk, it's all karmic. Most magic, when you're going to work magic, or most alchemy that you're going to work it with yourself. It's for yourself. The only time you ever do magic for other people is when they consent to it. It's the same thing with healing. It's the same thing with laying of the hands. It's the same thing with massage. You're not just going to go up and start massaging somebody. You're going to, they have to come to you first. They have to ask you for it. Anybody that goes against the laws of magic and the laws of free will and the laws of harm none, they will receive karma. And it will backfire every time. And this is the reason why it backfires in the first place. When using magic in a divine way, in a way to heal, in a way to empower, in a way to protect, that's a totally different ballgame. But when you go into magic and you use the magics and the energies to bind and keep people from allowing them to be in their true essence of themselves, that's manipulation. And yeah, intention is everything. The only thing that counteracts and the only thing it does not apply to is to return to senders. Return to senders is a whole different ballgame, and it's underneath the protection magic. For those that choose to send out evil eye, they deserve to have it back. And when you're not sending out evil eye, when you're not sending out evil energies or ill intention or whatever else, and people are sending it to you, this is where the return to sender comes in handy. Because all you're doing is reflecting and sending back what they're sending. And this is again why the karmic magic cannot really touch you if you're in the divine light. Because when you're in your north node energy, you're protected. You're not being bound by hate, by greed, by envy, by sadness, by grief, by autopilot, unconsciousness, conscientiousness, whatever. Now, freezer spells are known in the paradigm of chaos magic. And what they pertain is you basically freezing somebody in time. And I've had people do that freezer magic on me, and their fridge breaks down. So don't try that at home, kids. And also, just think of it energetically. You are taking somebody else's essence of who they are, putting it in a bag, and sticking it in the freezer. That essence very well could just be simple intention. Okay? And 9 times out of 10 when you're doing a freezer spell, in essence, it's a binding spell. Because you're literally freezing someone in time. So anybody that's going to mess with the divine destiny of other people, it's not recommended. And if you're going to take those people's energies that have a negative effect and stick it in your freezer, you're contaminating your food. Because just as nature is both cruel and kind all at the same time, just as much as the summer sun can burn you, so can the winter frost. It's a frost burn. So just because it's cold out doesn't mean that it's going to hold and to keep down that particular energy. And it's due to the intention. So when you're in your divine energy, you're not about to go out there and hate on people. You're not about to go out there and do karmic energy magic. If anything, you're going to do that magic for yourself, to protect yourself, to heal yourself, and to bring yourself into, shall we say, a healing state, a peaceful state, and to kind of hold on and protect that peace. If you're in your divine energy, you're not out here hating on people. You're not having the need to do the karmic energy magic to pertain to that. So all of the chaos magic and all of this detrimental magic of intention of wreaking havoc on people's lives, it makes it pointless. Because by hurting someone else, you're actually hurting yourself. And it comes down to witchcraft. Witchcraft has many different forms, different mediums. You can simply write something on a piece of paper as a petition. You can use somebody's picture for sympathetic magic. You can use an item of clothing. You can use a necklace. You can use a ring. You can use a hair follicle. This is sympathetic magic because it's sympathetically pertaining to a particular energy. There's color magic. Color magic is probably the most harmless kind of energy work. There's puppet magic, similar to voodoo magic, for voodoo dolls. There's a way to use voodoo and actually let it be healing. The original voodoo is about protection. It's about healing. It's about empowering. It's about shadow work. The karmic voodoo, the voodoo that we see in the movies, is a totally different other story. Voodoo essentially originated with the slaves in order to empower themselves out of slavery. It has a lot to do with it when you look back in history. The true voodoo. Okay? Magic isn't good or bad, it's neutral. It's the intention behind it. It is what you are actually utilizing that energy for. You can use it in a good way, or you can use it in a bad way. But you're better off to not work it towards any particular person outside of yourself, but to your own energy. So this is to protect you, this is to heal you, this is to empower you, help you find clarity, help you find answers. That is the true way to work with energy and working with magic. Anybody that tells you different doesn't know what they're talking about. There's also a magic known as mock magic. And it's a form of chaos magic. Mock magic is to belittle someone. It's to demean someone. And mock magic and chaos magic is known by quite a few people that sociopaths, psychopaths, narcissists, multiple personality disorder, maybe not so much the multiple personality, because I've met some pretty awesome people that have multiple personalities. But I think it might be what it was meaning to say cluster B personality, I think. That might be what I was trying to get at. Either way, the point that I'm making is the energy magic that people are putting out there isn't really helping them. Unless they direct that magic at themselves. And really, why would you deplete yourself of your sacred essential energy and waste it on an imbecile? When you're in your divine energy, these imbeciles that choose to latch onto your energy because it's almost addicting, they get it handed to them. They get it handed to them very, very quickly. Karma is swift. So we're going to start off by cutting any cords and calling our power back from anything, anywhere, anyone, in any realm or timeline that has any ill will towards us. Let it all be sent back to sender. Anything that can't be transmuted into blessings and prosperity and abundance for myself and my collective, let it be sent back and bound to them. That is where you use your binding magic. You send back and you bind it to them. So that way, every time they go to lash out at you, they lash out at themselves instead. Now, I've gotten on here and I've gotten pretty heated about my past relationships, whether that be a familial relationship, a friendship, or partner. I wouldn't say necessarily loving relationship, because yeah, you find out in the end it's not all that loving. Hence why we're single. So yeah, I call my power back and I cut any cords that no longer serve me. Any ill will sent towards me, may it be automatically transmuted to prosperity, healing, and abundance in all forms. Any ill will, any negative magic, any evil eye that cannot be transmuted, let it be sent back to sender, bound to them, until they find perfect love and perfect trust within their heart. As above, so below, as within, so without, and so it is. Thank you, Spirit. Please guide, guard, and protect me while I channel these messages tonight, as well as please guide, guard, and protect my collective, my tribe. from any ill will. Allow them courageous healing. Allow them the elevation that they need to step into their highest timeline available to them to live their best life. Not only to my tribe, but as well to myself. Great Divine, ancestors, dragons, elementals, Great Spirit, thank you for this time, thank you for this moment. Thank you for the wisdom. Thank you for the patience and endurance to get us through to the new. Let anything that no longer serves us fall away. And let it make room for abundance, prosperity, healing, clarity, and empowerment. Again, not only for myself, but my tribe and my collective. As above, so below, as within, so without. Ashe, so it is. Please guide me through this collective message. Provide these messages to my collective in a way that's understandable, relatable. Let them bring clarity, closure, healing, and empowerment. Spirit, is there any channeled messages that you'd like me to start with? In earthly matters, weather side, we're moving through the last leg of the winter storm. For some areas of the world, we're just finally getting things cleared out. I did predict roughly about mid-February, which is pretty well right on the money. Within the next 2 weeks, there will be another one. So the plows need to get ready and to keep on it. I do sense that there is going to be an earthquake around the islands. Chaos is kind of coming to mind. Bahamas. They are known to create tsunamis when they're underwater. I do sense that there may be an alert of some sort. There is going to be a earthquake that will be shaking North America this year. I sense it coming in at the fall of spring and moving into summer. So between the spring equinox and the summer solstice. I do see a volcano being activated somewhere on the earth around this time. I do see a very flooded rainstorm that's going to happen early in the springtime. I sense by the end of March, there will be validation as to the disclosure about other life on other planets. There will be validation and verification that they've been here the whole time. Now, I do believe there's already validation that they've been here, but people are thinking that they're coming in to visit. Meanwhile, that's not the case at all. They're not UFOs. They're not extraterrestrials. They've always been here. The reason why we don't really see them is because they sit in a different frequency. They don't follow the Gregorian calendar. They don't follow a timepiece. They don't follow the regular matrix. They're outside of the matrix. And this is why we do not acknowledge, we do not see, we have rare occurrences, and it's mainly because you are vibrating high in a higher vibration in order to see them. Some of them are high vibration, and some of them are low vibration. Some of them are so low in vibration that they parade around and they look like demons. They seem like demons because of their dark energy. But they are being eradicated from the earth. Their lower frequency is being banished. And once those lower frequencies are banished, you're going to see a lot more sightseeing. Pardon me. Somebody doesn't want this out. I was perfectly fine before. Now this whole stupid ass yawning bullshit starting again. I rebuke it. Send it back. I'm going to say what I'm going to say. You don't like it, keep scrolling. Keep on rolling. Get the fuck on and get the fuck off. It makes no difference to me. You use your own discernment. You don't like what I say in my videos, then don't break your fucking thumb on the way out. The 56 odd people that just keep dropping off of my page, how about you just rip the fucking band-aid off and the whole group of you just fuck off all at once? This isn't to my tribe. This is to the fucking idiots that are thinking that they're screwing around with my emotions by dropping off one at a time, making me think that I'm losing all these subscribers. Meanwhile, you were haters from the beginning anyway. So why not stop wasting your bandwidth of internet, stop wasting time in your life, go and heal, and step into your higher timeline. Get a better use of your energy and your time. And stop hating on other people. Let them get on with their shit that they need to get on with. This is the whole purpose, is to me talking about magic in the beginning. So either take the message and run with it, or not. That's totally your choice. But I will not sit here and be manipulated by your toxic ass. I rebuke you, I banish you. I don't care how many of you are. I really don't. It makes no difference to me how many of you are in that paradigm. But whoever wants to be a part of this dumbass group of people to subscribe to me just to unsubscribe to me one at a time, like a bunch of fucking losers, just rip it off. Rip the band-aid off already. Just go away. All at once. So that way I can make room for people that actually want to hear the message. Okay? Because you're really not affecting me at all. The sooner you fuck off, the better my page will be. Because my messages aren't for everyone. Okay? Now this doesn't mean to my tribe. This doesn't mean to my collective that appreciate my messages. I'm talking to the karmics. They got nothing better to do. And if you're new here and you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, then that message isn't for you. If it doesn't resonate, it's not your message. That goes with any collective message. Don't try to make it fit. Don't be sitting there feeling sorry for yourself, thinking that I'm talking about you when I'm not. Okay? I know I have a lot of damaged people, a lot of hurt, broken fucking people that are coming into my chat, and I'm cool with you. I see you, I feel you, I'm here for you. Okay, so don't be thinking I don't support you. Don't be thinking I don't care, because I do. But I'm talking about the ones that are coming in, laughing at me, whatever else. If none of my messages resonate and I'm just entertainment to you, go find somebody else. Because I'm not here for you. I'm not here to laugh at. This is not a comedy show. And if you think of it like that, you're a sad individual. But to the ones that know, I love my tribe, I love my collective. We're family here. If you've been kicking it with me long enough, you know that now. And if I'm ever talking about the karmics, I'd rather you stand with me than get intimidated at what I'm saying. Because I speak for you, I speak for myself. I speak in solidarity of my tribe. And we are a tribe of many different colors and creeds. And I'm totally cool with that. I don't like to assume, but I presume that you're trying to show up right in the world. And you're looking for guidance, and that's what's brought you here. If you're new here, check out my description box, check out my links section. You want to get a personal reading? They're open. Hipsy is available. You want to donate to the channel? A super chat, super thanks, super sticker does it. You can get a personal reading, make me work for it. Or you can send me a tip on Hipsy as well. Or buy my merchandise. Montreal people in general are beautiful, but a lot of them are surface level. They're as deep as a puddle. Some of them are kind of pathetic. And I have a right to say that because I've got a Quebec birth certificate. All I got is a silly accent. All right, collective, we're going to get into a message tonight. Not all of them are shallow. Okay, I'm not painting them all with one brush. But a lot of them that I've met, it's kind of ridiculous. I wish they would show up better. That's all I'm saying. I'll pass on Jerusalem. Tel Aviv, I'm a little, I don't know. But I'll pass on Jerusalem. And there ain't no chance, there's no chance I'll be heading to Israel anytime soon. I've astral projected there enough in my childhood that I've seen enough. I would sooner go to Spain. I would sooner go to Australia. I'd sooner go to New Zealand. Hawaii. But I hear Hawaii is even pretty sad right now. The Bahamas. Belize. I'd go there. Costa Rica. Yeah, I have a friend that's actually just gone over there. I think he went to Haiti. I think Haiti was his next stop. All right, I'm not getting into the vibe just yet. Let's start off with I'm gonna start off with the Sacred Feminine. Get one card. I'm gonna read from the book, just to kind of get an overall energy for the collective. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for joining in tonight. I thank you so much for the support so far, for the ones that have donated and sent the super chats. I'm ever so grateful. Stateside, though, I would want to go to the West End. I'd want to go to the West Side. So Arizona, LA, California, sure. But I would think I would just maybe just do a drive-through. I don't know if I'd want to stop anywhere. There's a couple places that I might stop, but I might need security. Security. I hear somewhere, I don't know where it was, but apparently they're doing witch hunts now in the United States. Like, are we going back to 1692, or like, what's the deal? I thought this was 2025. Well, Trash Panda, you're gonna have to get a personal reading. And the Hipsy link is where you go. Unless you got me on Facebook or Instagram and you want to send me a tip or something. I don't do free readings anymore. If I do, it's very sporadic and it's divinely guided. All right. Sacred Feminine, what's the overall collective energy? Top. Am I really supposed to say that? Okay. So we're going through a particular time right now where there is a removal of the Pope. And it's being done by divine orchestration. This is not to insult the Pope. I know he's not doing well. I know he's not in a very good spot. I wish him healing. And maybe some major repentance. But it almost feels like we're going to be removing the Pope. And this will be just another distraction to put in the new Pope. Apparently, the internet's saying there's only one spot left. (2027, 2026, 2027 is probably the end, is when they're going to put them in. But I have a feeling there's going to be a 6-month Pardon me. Yeah, this information doesn't want to get out. It's going to be a 6 month to like an 8 to 10 month kind of downtime. It's kind of like proroguing Parliament. I'm just kind of reading the energy. That's what it's feeling like. I'm trying to describe it. But this is all a divine orchestration to get us into this new Earth timeline. The old ideologies, the old let's just say it, the mythic reality. Okay? Let's look into it. Sometimes something is causing you concern at present because you're viewing a situation from only one perspective. Look with an open heart and mind. You may see that a positive side also exists. Things may very well turn in your favor if you let go of the preconceived ideas and rigid views. There are at least two perspectives from which to view every situation. What you see at the present is only part of the picture. Often what seems real to us may not be necessarily what is actually occurring. The true purpose of many of life's events is often unclear because of our false assumptions, fears, and misconceptions. There's no need for concern. Just allow things to naturally unfold and all will become clear to you. Remember that you may not have the power to change the world or many of the events in your life, but you have the power to change your perception of them and how you react. I'm going to add that. All becomes clear when I view it from a higher perspective. Right? So things are not as they seem right now. Things are a little bit more chaotic because it seems like the system is crumbling, right? It's not the same energy as it was. And apparently Lucifer runs the world. So the Universal Christ card is in the reverse. Okay, this is almost as, in essence, a discredit and a declassification of Christianity. It's the crumbling of that foundation. It's the realization that Christianity is actually a Luciferian religion because they believe in each other. And the world is becoming aware that there's something deeper, something so much more profound, so much more divine than what is known as the Christian religion. It's as if somebody okay, Spirit, that's kind of funny. It's like somebody took the divine and turned it into something that it's not, and put a mask on it to be able to deceive the collective. And they put this mask on to try to make it great again, so to speak. And they've been telling a 2,000-year-old lie. So it's the crumbling of a matrix of the old so-called Christ consciousness And we're going a little deeper into the soul consciousness. So it's the source consciousness. It's the divine consciousness. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not discrediting Jesus. He's my homie, he's my brother, okay? And quite frankly, I'm very, I'm disgusted, actually, how people has taken his story and his enlightenment, ran with it, and made a mockery of it. And I mentioned mockery magic earlier. And it is a form of chaos magic, which the Luciferians, they love their chaos magic. Okay? And this is where they get that whole order out of chaos, which is a bunch of bullshit. Anything to wreak havoc. But this is a resurrection of the divine. The true divine light. The true divine light. The true Holy Spirit. If you notice, when I speak, I don't speak of God, I don't speak of Jesus all that much. Why? Because Jesus deserves to rest. Okay? Jesus is one of our ancestors. One of the first in this current world, okay, that were enlightened. One of the first to get that true divine enlightenment. And this is why he made that such an impact across the earth. It's because of that divine light that he recognized that was within him. And as you know, people like to misunderstand other people on purpose. Which they stole the story, they ran with it, they plagiarized it, they made it great again, and shoved it all down everybody's throats. They used it to deceive the populace, to distract the populace, to program and hypnotize the populace, all while they created the chaos magic to go with it. To all the Christians out there that think that Jesus died for your sins is a blasphemy. To think that you're going to sit there and speak in the blood of Christ when he was a blood sacrifice for the Luciferians. And you're going to sit there and empower yourself by speaking of that sacrifice as if he died for your sins. At this point, Jesus would be appalled if he was to be resurrected. He'd be like, no, beam me up, Scotty, I'm out. These people are a bunch of fucking idiots. He wouldn't want to be here in the current state of things. He wouldn't want to be resurrected again. I know, I walked the footsteps. I've been through the ridicule already. I've been through the mockery, I've been through the defamation, I've been through the stalking, I've been through the pain, the sacrifice. I've been gang stalked. It seems I've carried quite a few of the same burdens. I might as well have been put in a fucking basket and stuck in the river and floating down the river. I would have been better off. But no, my karmic family decided to steal, manipulate, deceive, defame, and hold me back from my destiny. And being able to step into my true essence. Holding me back from what I needed to do. It's been a lifelong constant. And that's why I let it all go. Intimacy. You may have been emotionally hurt in the past, and as a result, you are now reluctant to share your feelings with others because you fear being hurt again. It is understandable that you have placed a protective shield around your heart. However, it's now time to drop the armor, because at present, it is preventing a worthwhile relationship from forming. There is someone who dearly loves you, and the love this person has for you is real. However, he or she is afraid to reveal their true feelings for fear of rejection. Like you, they also fear being hurt. Trust and share your feelings and experiences openly and honestly. You'll be amazed at what unfolds. The most intimate relationships are usually formed through tears and laughter. So don't be afraid to express your feelings, fears, and vulnerabilities. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace the new. Now, this is uncannily accurate to my situation. This whole idea of being in fear of rejection, whoever the hell you are, as long as you show up right with good intention, you could have a bag of tricks that you're carrying. It is what it is. If you don't got a bag of tricks on your shoulders and you haven't been through some shit, I don't know. It's like you're on autopilot and you just don't care. But anybody and their brother's got a bag of baggage. Okay, and I'm not even speaking on that. But if you show up with good intention and you show up right in that good intention, there isn't any need of rejection. There's no aspect of rejection. There's always a possibility of friendship. There's always a possibility of a confidant, of a, of some sort of a mentorship, something. To be an intimate partner, that's a totally different ballgame. But just because I might not want to be intimate doesn't mean that I want to shut you out. So this whole idea of being in a fear of rejection, if you show up in a particular way that has good intention, and you're not there to use me, abuse me, manipulate me, and lie to me, and deceive me, all is good. Okay? All is good in the land of Oz. If you're coming in to deceive me, if you're coming in to lie to me, if you're coming in to be an absolute dick, then no, don't waste your time. Move along. You want to come in and not take accountability for your bullshit? Move along. That is the only that's the only rejection you would get if you were to come in deceitful, because I'll see right through it. I'm being turned into an absolute narcissistic, a narcissist nightmare. I think I'm kind of tapping into the dark empath aspect of it all. So if you're not healed and if you got some karmic energy, be ready to show up and be ready to heal that shit. Because I'm not going to stand for it. It's one thing to, you know, to not be afraid to express your feelings, fears, and vulnerabilities. I'm willing to be vulnerable again, but with the right person. I'm willing to express my feelings, and I'm willing to allow my fears to be known, but with the right person. Just as much as the past is behind me, the memory still lingers like it was yesterday. And it's not something I can just easily forget. I don't expect you to hold my hand per se as I work through this, but it's the ability to show up with good intention, for me to see that good intention and to trust that intention, knowing that that you're not wearing a mask, and that behind the scenes you're not going to deceive me. You're not going to lie to me right to my face. If you can just come in and just be yourself and not be intimidated. People say, oh, you're intimidating. No, you're just intimidated. You're intimidated at the fact that I'm not going to take your shit. Guilty as charged, I guess, Kate. I'm like peanut butter, but without the peanuts. I'm crunchy and smooth all at the same time. I might stick to the roof of your mouth to the point where you might need a glass of milk. I don't know. Anyway, let's get back into it. Eternal embrace. Let's look at that one. Everything in the universe consists of complementary opposites, so there's no point in wishing that everyone around you was more like you. Accept this universal truth, and you'll avoid further disappointment. Every time you identify a quality in another that you don't like, pause for a moment and identify that same quality within you. If you have identified that quality in another, then it is sure to exist also in you. I don't agree with that. If you can't see it within yourself, it is simply because you have repressed that quality. Every quality you think you possess comes with an opposite quality attached to it. I still don't agree with it. You can't have one without having the other. Read and reflect on the following sets of qualities or feelings listed on the next page several times each day as you go. You may want to add more qualities slowly. Reflect on each one until you are able to see each of these qualities within yourself. When you're able to own and love each one quality, you will have made a major breakthrough, which leads to a newfound sense of balance and well-being. Now, if you've lived your life around a bunch of toxic narcissists, you have the ability to be aware of that. You have the ability to step back from that, which will result in sometimes having narcissistic qualities or tendencies. It doesn't mean that you're an outright narcissist. It just means that you are what you hang with, you are what you vibe with. And when you have no other choice but to vibe with a particular energy, you tend to take on those attributes. It doesn't mean you are or is not. It just means that you're taking on those attributes. But with the right care within yourself and intention, you can right the ship. You can move the direction. You can move where you're looking at it. But a full-fledged narcissist isn't going to be aware of it. Some of them, they're aware that they're narcissists and they get a kick out of it. And they get a kick out of ripping people apart. Okay? However, the people that are maybe questioning it within themselves, am I an arc? If you're actually questioning the fact that whether or not you are or not, chances are you're not. Because 98% of the narcissists aren't going to dive that deep within their own consciousness and within their own soul and their heart, because they literally have none. This is where their no compassion comes from. This is where their emptiness and their no soul, their empty soul kind of comes from. For the ones that are full out purebreds, purebred narcs, you can't help them. You might as well walk away. But you'll tend to find that there's some sort of repercussions for you to from you walking away. People that have tendencies, they tend to be self-aware. They understand where this resent comes from. They understand where it was stemming from. They understand how it got there and why. A full-fledged narcissist doesn't give a fuck. Doesn't care. And that's the difference between someone with tendencies from living with a toxic family all their life, or toxic friends, or toxic work environment, compared to literally outright being programmed and ridiculed and destroyed by a full-fledged narcissist. And usually these full-fledged narcissists are in your family, and they get you at an extremely young age, and they start your programming then by ripping you apart. Like, they create a situation where torture is just like any other day. The psychological torture, the financial torture, the verbal torture, the physical torture, in all aspects of reality. And they've got you down and bad and broken and shattered so bad that it feels and it seems like there's no way out. And that's when the darkness and the bitterness take over you. And you turn into that purebred. without the ability to go within and reflect. So if you feel that you've been around that energy and you feel that you've maybe taken on some tendencies or taken on some negative qualities, you have a way out. You have a possibility. If you can reflect and you can go in and dig deep into your subconscious and look at the situation and empower yourself and learn from these situations and create boundaries, fuck off, Sandman. Go to another house. If you can go within yourself and reflect on that, and you can hold yourself accountable for that, change and transmute all that into healing, there's still hope for you. Okay? But the ones that are so empty and broken that have allowed the darkness to take over and you basically sold your soul, you can repent. You can ask the divine for forgiveness. And the divine is pretty understanding. But if you think you're not going to take accountability or responsibility for the shit that you've done to other people to rip them apart, that's another story. And yeah, this will take some time with spirit and some acknowledgement and maybe quite possibly a vow that you're looking to right the wrongs. And it's just like in AA, where you're writing your apology letters to not only yourself, but the people that you let down, the people that you hurt along the way. Some of those letters get sent, some of them just get burned. Either way, apologies are necessary. Accountability is necessary. If you can apologize honestly, genuinely, and you can take accountability for the shit and change, then you're not a narcissist. You are a damaged individual with narcissistic tendencies. And it's due to the environment that you literally had no choice but to live in. Otherwise, chances are you'd be homeless. You wouldn't have some sort of, heaven forbid, a safety net. Because when you're living with a bunch of toxic assholes, it's not a safety net. And people come in and they say, oh yeah, you can trust me. You can trust me. I'm not going to rip you off. I'm not going to steal from you. I'm not going to deceive you. I'm not going to lie to you. And then they turn around and do it anyway. They're thinking that they can just put a mask on and deceive you right to your face to think that you're not going to figure it out. You know, they want to take things and hide shit. And then make you question your whole reality when they go and put it back. Oh, you didn't lose that. Give me a break. Look who showed up to the party. The way they got God in the Bible makes him be the biggest fucking narcissist going. The way they show up in the Bible with him. I dawned on this with a bunch of different verses, and it blew my mind. And that is what initially changed my mind as to how I look at the divine, how I look at God, and how I want to respect that energy. Because the current Christian view of what God is a blasphemy. And it's dealing with the Luciferian church. And it has to do with the sacrifice of Jesus Christ. Because he didn't sacrifice himself for you. He was belittled, he was berated, he was abused for the light and the enlightenment that he brought to the world. He was basically a witch, and he was hunted. And he was brutally, what's the word? Mutilated. Publicly. To bring you to sadness. To bring you to sorrow. To humble you. To pretty well beat you into submission without actually beating you into submission. And I'm sorry. I'm not into eating people. So why would I stick a cracker in my mouth thinking that I'm eating the flesh of Christ? Why would I think for 1 second that I would be picking up a chalice that is filled with wine and thinking that I'm going to drink the blood of Christ? There's some satanic pastors out there that preach the word of God, and there's even a couple there that have actually done blood magic on their sermon. As far as I'm concerned, that's disgusting. It's very Luciferian of them. And they're multi-million-dollar pastors. I'm not going to name any names. If you know, you know. One of them looks like the fucking devil himself. And I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. You may be asking, does God really exist? And if so, where is God when you need God the most? Often, it's in our time of greatest need that we feel the most alone. This card is your confirmation that you are never alone. The universe has heard your call and wants you to know that the loving presence of the divine creator always fills and surrounds you. Surrender your fears and concerns. Accept the healing light that is being offered to you in this very moment. Out of fear, we are often trying to swim against the current. This is a waste of time and energy. Trust and accept and let go. Though there are bound to be many twists and turns along the way, you'll be pleasantly surprised where the river of life eventually takes you. Isn't that funny? The river of life, right? Well, the river of life helped bring Jesus to the promised land, right? It's weird how it all works out. The resurrection. Let's check it out. It may seem like nothing is going your way at the present. A vision, a plan, or a dream seems to be fading beyond your reach. And this has left you feeling confused and disheartened. Yet remember that a higher force lovingly governs every event in your life. Yes, indeed it does. This force is the light of your soul. which I talk about all the time, which is full of infinite wisdom. The disappointment that you presently feel is your soul's way of helping you to reassess your plan. Your dream is valid and sound, and you deserve to see it fulfilled. However, actualizing your dream may require a change of plan or approach. Check to see if the plan that you have adopted truly aligns with your values and your heart. A new approach will soon become evident. An approach that will feel right in every way. So don't give up now. Keep an open mind and you will accomplish all that you ever hoped for. New inspirations are often born in the midst of despair, and sometimes we must surrender our old ways of thinking before a new way is possible. Pretty well exactly what I'm talking about. I think the world needs a new way of looking at spirituality. Knowing that it's not outside of you. It's not something that you pray to. It's something that you are. The divine essence of life itself resides within you. Our existence is paramount due to that. We cannot have existence, we cannot have purpose, we cannot have a destiny, we cannot have a future, we cannot have a now, and we cannot have a past without this divine energy within us. Universal Christ. The emptiness you presently feel is helping you to reconnect to aspects of your nature that you've kept repressed for some time. Let go of all the distractions that surround you at present. My goodness. And bring your awareness within. In the empty spaces of your solitude, you will find a hidden treasure. What have I been telling you? This is a period of profound self-discovery. You need only to listen to the whispers inside your heart. What? Say it again, Aiden. This is a period of profound self-discovery. You need only to listen to the whispers inside your heart. Do I need to say it for the third time for the fuckers in the back? No, I won't. Pay attention. Ask yourself what it is you truly want from life. And remember that when it comes to matters of the heart, there's no right or wrong. Every choice that you make leads to an outcome which is necessary for you to grow in love and wisdom. You will emerge from this phase with a clearer direction for your life. As a result of this, some of your relationships are likely to go through major changes. Relationships that no longer serve you may come to an end, while others become stronger and more meaningful. Trust the inner guidance that you receive. I don't think I picked up on Eternal Embrace. I think I skipped that one. Let's look in it. Let's look into it. Yes, I did. Okay. Let's get it. Check out what the angels got to say, shall we? Divine Light of the Angels, please give us a card for the overall collective energy. Off the top, off the bottom, and out of the middle. Sure. Universal energies, Hope and Ariel. You are ascending. Move with grace and embrace your sacred calling. Activations. I support myself in the process of ascension. I trust in the ease and flow of life. And thank you, Ariel, for guiding my sacred mission to heal and be healed. You're flying high, rising up. Stay focused on your mission and know that the universe and angels are supporting you every step of the way. This is part of your ascension process. In order to fully integrate as both soul and human, it's essential for you to face any challenges or mend any relationships that you've been putting off dealing with. By stepping forward, and facing the complications of your earthly life, you let your soul grow and ascend. This is the time to learn and adapt. You're being invited to slow down. Take your time and take in the current moment. Stop putting too much pressure and expectation upon yourself, as it's taking you away from your natural attention to detail and the expression of your creativity. There's no need to rush or force your way through to get ahead. Good things happen when you move with tenderness and care. God is recruiting you. Yippee-yo-ki-yay. All that you have faced and healed in your life is part of your mission, and and directly aligned to how you can live a life that is filled with purpose. Lean into your personal story and your own testimony of healing, for sharing this deeper part of your life will allow you to realize your gifts. What? Jesus was black? Jesus was also a woman. Who'd have thought? Jesus was a witch? Was a mystic? Do you realize there's a story where Jesus actually had to dress up like a woman at one point in order to protect himself against his adversaries? He literally had to dress up like a woman to save his life. There's also stories of him going in the gutters, the slums of slums, and being able to relate to those people. And then he would be sitting at a table with a bunch of rich folk, and he could relate to those people too. And the one thing is about Jesus, He had an open heart. He had an open mind. And he was always available to hear a story, to hear somebody else's perspective. Because he knew by keeping his mind and his heart open, there's wisdom in that. So for all the dumbass Christians out here with a closed mind, you're doing it wrong. Stop using his name in vain. A lot of the reason why I don't speak a lot about him in my readings and on my page, because after all he's been through, he deserves to rest. Instead of having people praying on him and praying for him and, you know, asking him for help and asking him for strength and all this, he deserves to sleep. He's been through enough. And constantly being called upon beyond the grave. Put yourself in his shoes for a second. 98% of Christians can't even fathom and wrap their fucking head around that for 1 second, to put themselves in the shoes of Christ himself. Because I tell you, he'd put you all to shame. And to think that you're going to put the Christ in Christmas, change his fucking birthday? Did you realize his birthday was on April 1st? Don't you find it a little odd? April 1st is April Fool's Day. Isn't it kind of funny that I was born 6 days later? And yes, you know what? In my meditations, I have walked in the sands of time with Jesus. Footsteps in the Sand, that poem hits deep with me. So for all you imbeciles thinking that I don't got a relationship with Jesus, he is my brother. And I will not live another day living in this dumbass deception. I will never, not ever in my lasting days, support his mocking or support the mockery that is the Christian religion. Hey Ryan, you better shape up. Woo woo woo. Why is Greece coming to mind? You're putting too much pressure on yourself, Ryan. You're almost kind of giving me Virgo energy. Like everything's got to be perfect. Everything's got to be in its place. Everything, you know. I don't know why. You're putting way too much pressure on yourself. You deserve a little bit of peace. You deserve to be compassionate to yourself and loving. Voice of Souls, what's the overall energy for my collective? Yeah, Spirit's saying there's no reunion. To some degree, I'm seeing this in two different perspectives. One, a particular person that you've cut off wants to come back, but Spirit's saying no. Another one is that there isn't going to be a resurrection like everybody thinks it is. Jesus isn't going to come back to smack you across the face. Okay? That's not what's going to happen. Jesus isn't going to come on back down to the earth and be resurrected and, cast judgment on the world. Because within our own consciousness, we'll do that to ourselves. And it will either make or break us. It will be our growth or it will be our demise. It's what we choose to do. Are we going to belittle ourselves because that's what we've always known? Or are we going to empower ourselves? What's the difference? It's the intention. That's what the difference is. Just like they say, he will rise again in the eyes of his children. And for those that didn't get the memo, yes, Mary Magdalene and him had children. And their bloodline is still, to this day, rocking on the earth. All right. So I get a feeling with this soon card that's coming out, somebody's going to come in asking for some sort of reunion. It's going to be for soon, and this is where you're going to have to put your feet down, put your foot down. Spirit setting you free. You got freedom coming out. And it foreshadowed the message of guidance and no reunion. So whoever this person is that's been in your energy siphoning off of you, they've been blocked out. Blocked, locked, and stalked. Yep. Because you learned your lesson and you're dissipating this anger that you're feeling. You're transmuting it into something beautiful. And that's the truth. Okay? Right off the top, off the bottom, and out of the middle. Whoever you're dealing with does not want to, I'm kind of getting that you've done the healing that you need to do to step into your higher timeline, to be stepping into your next season, right? This other person, the reason why Spirit's blocking them out is because they are angry. They are in this energy of still learning a lesson, okay? They're still in this energy of not accepting you for who you are. And another thing, they're not embracing their inner child, okay? And because of all of this, because they're not releasing their anger, because they're not learning their lesson, there will be no reunion. They've been cut out of your energy. You have been freed from this energy once and for all. Okay? Because you're learning. Because you're stepping up. Because you're evolving. You're releasing. You're transmuting. You're doing the work, collective. Right? And because they choose to not want to do the healing and do the work, they're not going to be getting their abundance. That they're not getting the abundance that they thought they're going to get. But I get this feeling like they set you up to be sacrificed, to be rich and famous. But it's backfiring epically. Because they're too much of a fucking coward that they have to sell their fucking soul like a dumbass. And they couldn't even do what they were meant to do because they came up against you. You're pretty powerful. You're gifted. Some of you haven't stepped into your gifts yet because you're a little shaky or you're a little scared. But I guarantee you, it's worth it. The shakiness, the unsureness. When you're dealing with your own, within yourself, there's nothing to be afraid of. When you're dealing outside of yourself, that's where you might not be so certain, right? But as soon as you step into your gifts and you start to realize and start to read that energy, it's a game changer. It brings you to a different level. And once you realize that you shouldn't be letting go of your intuition and tuning it out, your life starts to change. That's the guidance of spirit. Okay? Process of elimination. Let's see what the Who's Who Karmic Chicken's got to say. We'll take 5, 6 out of these ones. Sure. Sure. I'll take this one. There might be more than 5, but that's okay. Sure. Sure. That's good enough. All right. We've got starseed. So you could very well identify with a starseed energy. You might not be really feeling like you're at home. You might be most of the time feeling displaced, not feeling like you have a home. And no matter where you feel that you have a home, it really doesn't feel like home. Okay? However, you are a master manifester, so you have the ability to manifest the things that you need to keep going. We got Capricorn. You could be earth energy. You could have some sort of temptations. You could be looked at the greatest of all time. You could have Saturn kind of in your placements. We've got the chosen one. So you could be a black sheep of the family. You could be somebody that's been totally misunderstood. You could have been ridiculed, abused. You could have been black sheeped. You could have been, you know, gang-stalked, attacked, handled, exploited, abused, manipulated in pretty well every which way but loose. A character assassination is coming to mind too. The thing about most chosen ones, or most people thinking about chosen ones as to whether or not you're chosen, It's one thing to be aware and to choose, but you got to be chosen from the divine. This is an organic experience, and it happens when you're ready. And this particular situation might happen, and it might put your life in jeopardy. You might have a moment of unconsciousness. You might have a outer body experience. You might have a near-death experience to validate and help you recognize where you stand. It's not something that you choose. It's something that you accept. If you're accepting the fact that you're a chosen one, it's because you went through the process to realize that. But it's through divine intervention. Somebody's not going to come up to you and say, yeah, you've been abused? Yeah, okay, yeah, you're a chosen one. It doesn't work that way. There's little moments in time, there's clues, there's synchronicities, there's no coincidences. It's all synchronicity. And the moment you come to a position to realize that and acknowledge that and accept that, it's a game changer. Your whole life will change when this realization comes in. And this is something that is being done from a divine aspect. To be a chosen one has nothing to do with the Bible. Chosen ones don't fear God. Chosen ones are divinely guided, guarded, and protected. They recognize the story of Jesus for what it is, and what I've already stated tonight. Because they walked the same steps as Jesus. And you look back in your life, and you'll see the similarities and the synchronicities. It's not a coincidence. The people that are walking around saying, oh, I'm a chosen one, oh, I'm a chosen one, oh, they're not chosen. Because a chosen one, a true chosen one, isn't out there talking about this shit. Because talking about this shit will put you in danger. It'll get you gang stalked. It'll get you murdered. Just like Jesus. Aw, it's no fun when the rabbit's got the gun. Now, is it? Masked and confused. They fake and acting in your face. Pay attention. Projector screen, projecting onto others. Covert, psychopathic, narcissist. Needing a vacation to recuperate from your vacation. Gone south. Somebody walking around like they're divinely guided, guarded, and protected, and they're not. A divine, masculine, feminine in the reverse. So be very wary as to who you're speaking of and speaking to and conversing with. Because somebody's trying to switch shit up on you. They're trying to project onto you. And they're being very, very covert within their narcissistic, psychopathic ways, trying to deceive you. So be aware of who you're surrounding yourself with. Understand that you have more magic within you than the average bear. It's something that you need to start working with and focusing with. But it's very difficult to focus on that when you're surrounded by idiots. Yeah. Somebody's getting sloppy, and I get a feeling somebody's going to reveal themselves. Liar, liar, pants on fire. A caring Karen. So somebody that cares about you, right? But they're just not exactly caring. They're complacent. Get a couple more. Flipping tables and stomping fables. So this card here, flipping tables, this is about changing the script on your covert psychopathic narcissist and stomping on their lies and the deception, right? 10 toes down, 30 toes left. Drunk as a skunk, masking their feelings with alcohol. I'm glad I quit drinking. But somebody's out there drunk as a skunk being a dumbass. The more you feel, the more you heal. Take time to transmute the pain inside you. "10 toes down and 30 steps left. Not my circus or my monkeys." Funny how I called that. And one more. Return to sender, sending them on a bender. Spiraling. Okay, one more. That's it. Cheater, cheater, pumpkin eater. Yeah, so this person's cheating on you. Like I said, this isn't going to resonate with everybody. And you need to do a return to sender. Send them on a bender. Let them spiral. Stand 10 toes down, 30 steps left. Not my circus or my monkeys. Don't be worried about flipping tables and stomping fables, because you're dealing with the devil, right? Supposedly the goat of, the greatest of all time, right? As if the devil runs the world. Yeah, they're getting right sloppy and they're revealing themselves. And I'm kind of picturing Mrs. Doubtfire in the restaurant giving the Heimlich maneuver to this dude that shouldn't have eaten pepper, but yeah, anyway. And then the mask is falling off. Just tried to kill a man and now he's saving his life. Like, make up your mind. So this is why you need to think before you do, think before you say, and focus on your intentions and make sure that they are in balance with who you want to show up as, rather than allowing your emotions and your mind and your envy and your disgust to manipulate yourself in a way of ripping somebody's life apart. Yeah, it's no fun when the rabbit's got the gun. Somebody's going to come in caring about you, right? But they really don't care about you. I get there's a lot of deception. It's almost envy. Could be a Virgo. I don't know. It's here. smiling to your face, laughing behind your back. You're divinely guided, guarded, and protected, collective. Just stay focused on what's important to you. Everything else will fall into place. All right, what's the overall vibe? And then we're going to get into a clarified reading. Maybe a story time. But I'm going to look into the dragons and the animal whispers as well. And then that'll be ending out the night. So yeah, we've got at least another half hour here. All right. We are family. All my brothers and sisters and me. We are family. Do, 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 do. Yeah, Maureen says, I have found more acceptance outside of my family that I am happy, joyous, and free. You know, isn't that ironic? I like, it's wild how much more free you are and how much more accepted you are outside of your family and even friends network. Some of your friends, it's like it makes you shake your head and wonder, what the hell? How did I even come to be friends with you? Like, it boggles my mind with some people. All right, Spirit, what's the vibe? Yeah, you're no longer drowning anymore. You're not over your head. You're not overextended. You're not hitting rock bottom. And I get a feeling that somebody's trying to create an illusion like you're going to. It's not rock bottom. You're no longer running from the psychopath. I'm kind of giving an energy of like, you know, you don't wish a fucker would, but if they're gonna come on in, you're gonna and start something, you're gonna end it. Aw, Sky Viking, big hugs to you, my dear. Thank you for being here. What's the overall energy, Spirit? Yeah, they don't want you to have a glow up. Somebody's trying to prevent this. To take away your new opportunities, your new career, successful business. I'm getting an envious energy. They were hoping that you were going to stay up in the clouds and be delusional, but no, you're in the moment. You're trying to keep the good vibes, and you're in the now. You're not in the past, you're not in the future, you're in the now. Yeah, because you're dealing with a psychopath. Somebody that's abusive, conniving, and unpredictable. Thinking that they got a hold on you. What's going on? You're arriving in kind of recalibrating and bringing your masculine energy to it into a balance and peace and harmony. Now, this doesn't mean, you know, whether you're a woman or a man, you're still kind of focusing on your masculine energy. So you're gaining authority over your life. You're creating a discipline. Okay, you are in essence protecting yourself, right? You're providing for yourself. You're finding that balance, the peace, and the happiness. Like I said, you know, they don't want you following your dreams, right? But you're standing in this energy anyway to protect yourself. They wanted you to be shattered, broken, and dealing with nightmares and failures. That's not the case here, collective. And if you are, it's an illusion. Yes, it might be happening, okay? But it's glamour magic. A lot of the chaos that you see on the TV is glamour magic. A lot of it is to instill fear and hate and disgust and divide into your consciousness. That's why they call it a tell-A vision. Yeah. You're done with this karmic energy, the third party bullshit. You're done with the haters. You're done with, you know, learning all these dumbass lessons that you already learned. But people think that they need to come in and humble you because you're off your rocker or you're on too high of a soapbox. And you know what I say to them? Oh, bless your heart. Otherwise, fuck off. Yeah, this is definitely karmic energy. This is not soulmate energy. These aren't your twin flame. They're not your friendship. What they are doing, okay, these psychopaths, what they are doing is they're taking a hold of your energy by asking you a whole bunch of questions about you. And as they get to know you, they start to emulate your energy. Right? So they're not even acting as themselves. They're acting as you. So of course they're going to come across as, oh yeah, you seem to be in the same vibe as me. Right? So they're going to vibe with you. Just to vibe with you. Right? It's basically to gain authority over you. But it's not going to work. Why? Because they're karmic energy. And they're dealing with the divine energy. Yeah, Archangel Michael says no to this whole idea of taking your opportunities away. This whole idea of a new career, successful business. Yeah. Yeah. They're trying to bring you into this position of loss and depression. They want you to off yourself. But Archangel Michael says no. Absolutely not. You're not in this feeling of loss and suicide and depression. He's pulling you out of that. He's protecting you from that. Because you deserve better than that. If anything, you deserve to step into your authority, having discipline. Right? You're not the one learning these lessons. It's the dumbass people thinking that they're going to come up against you to keep you from moving forward. Those are the ones learning the lessons. Those are the ones losing out on the possibilities. All the while, you're finding harmony, peace, and happiness. So just keep moving forward with what you need to move forward with. Don't allow this illusion and this glamour magic to distract you too much. It's one thing to like look the other way, right? But when you're being affected for a certain amount of time, you might need to look away, right? Like for some people that don't like to go get blood work done. You know, okay, yeah, go get blood work done. Look the other way. You know you got to get the blood work done. You might not like needles, but one lesson that I learned growing up, because I had some major trauma in the hospital, so I got to the point where I would go in there, I'd get myself all psyched up about going in and getting blood work, And the one in particular nurse, she said, you ever try a butterfly needle? I said, no. Because the woman that was doing they use that little capsule thing, they put it in, whatever, they tie your arm up, they do the little capsule thing, and they take the capsules off, right? And the removal of the capsule and the entrance of the new capsule, they were a little shaky with their arm, right? So there was damage done. So I'm like, you know what? No. I'm not dealing with this damage being done anymore. So now when I go ask for blood work, I ask for a butterfly needle. And they're like, well, how is that going to happen? I says, well, you can go put it in, get it set up, and then when you're ready, I'll transfer my hand and I'll put my hand on it. And I'll hold the butterfly needle in its place. So that way you have that little tube and you have it connected to your capsule thing, and you can take all the capsules off and put the next capsule on, take the next capsule off, put the next one on, and you're not disturbing my arm at all. So I feel more comfortable holding on to that than letting you do all the fucking work, and then I'm sitting here in agony. So not only am I facing what I'm having issues with, which I don't have that issue anymore because I've faced it, right? So I'm now more confident. If I need to go get blood work done, I can go get blood work done. I don't have to worry about it because I know how to deal with it. I know how to show up and I know how to face it. And you can change that whole experience to something that pertains to you and your situation. Find a way to face what you fear. After all those years of trauma in the hospital, I had to go back in the hospital to get my CAT scan and my MRI for my ear. Because at one point I thought I had a tumor in behind my ear. So I went in and they said that it was benign. But I sat there for 6 months wondering whether or not I had cancer. Turned out it was just tinnitus. So find a creative way on how to face your fears. Okay? And I'm also coming back to Nightmare on Elm Street. Right? How Freddy was in the dreamscape, and how every time they'd fall asleep, they'd jump in the dreamscape, and then there's Freddy. And if you get killed in your dream, then you're getting killed in real life. Kind of situation, right? And I grew up watching that movie, that whole series. And it kind of tripped me out a little bit because my dreams were already like opposites rocker with some of the things I've come out with the dreamscape. Some of the, like, I didn't know whether or not I was dreaming or astral projecting. Was this real or was this just a dream? So the whole nightmare before, or not Nightmare Before Christmas, but Nightmare on Elm Street, it kind of helped me to step into that aspect of facing my fears, because I was brought back to that movie right around the same time as I was going about facing my fears to go to the doctor for the MRI and the CAT scan and everything else and my blood work and everything. So it kind of brought me into that. It's just a wild way of kind of transmuting the pain and the fear into something empowering and motivating. Maureen, Maureen says, face my fear, question mark. Sometimes it was all in my head. I made a mountain out of a molehill. No, you didn't, Maureen. Okay? You didn't. Because at some point in your life, there was a mountain that you were dealing with. There was a time in your life where you didn't have the ability to climb that mountain. There was a time in your life where you wished that mountain was a molehill. So to turn around and gaslight yourself at the fact that you were making a big deal out of nothing, it was part of a trauma response of a previous experience that was actually quite traumatic to you. So were you actually really making a mountain out of a molehill? No, you weren't. You were dealing with a trauma response. And maybe unconsciously. But there was definitely a trauma response there. And I think you had a hard time transmuting it. And instead of dealing with it and facing with it, you gaslight yourself instead. Did I pretty well call it? Yeah, I opted out on the brain surgery. I'm like, no, it can fucking stay there. If it gives me any problems, then I'll think about it. I'm like, no, you're not cutting me open just to, take something that's stupid anyway. Probably a calcium buildup. That's the other possibility. You know what, Ryan? Everybody's chunky when they're smaller. If you're not chunky when you're smaller, chances are you're not eating enough. PTS? What does that mean? Hyperphantasia? The term means extreme vivid mental imagery. Have you ever seen the movie Fantasia? It's an acid trip all in itself, without the acid. Hey Ryan, you really should try to play that for Halloween one day. I think that'd be a hoot. Hey, if I had the red copper hair, I probably would have. I gotta top up my coffee and then we're gonna get into another reading, so hang on. Awesome. That moment when you forget the mic is attached. Damn it. Take the mic off you first, Aiden, before you get up and walk away like a dumbass. It's the second time tonight. And this is why I don't hook up the mic to my t-shirt. This is why I have a mic stand. So that way I don't act like an idiot. I'm just gonna put it back on there. Save the whole frickin' world from self-destructing. With this dumbass mic. It's not a dumbass mic, it's a good mic. Okay. I'm going back to topping up my coffee. Give me a minute. Yeah, the chocolate chip pancakes are good. It's a good idea. You should put banana in it too. Can we normalize the fact that the thoughts and the feelings that we have within ourselves are valid? Please? Rambling usually takes form by talking out of our ass, as if we don't know what we're talking about. That's rambling. Or at least my understanding of it all. Dear angel, you're healing. You're not confused, you were abused. But you're rising above it. You're empowering yourself. You're allowing it to guide you, to shape you, to teach you. Have compassion with this whole idea of evolving. And stop being so fucking hard on yourself. Most of all. And this isn't just to Angel, Rebel Warrior. This is to my tribe. I'm speaking from personal experience at this point. And by the way, Angel Rebel Warrior, do you have the crescent moon or the M on your hands? Hang on a second. Why does this gotta be so stupid? Oh my goodness. Spirit of stupidity, can you like fuck off? Please. Tired of your cockamamie bullshit. You're not welcome here. Yeah. You need to stand in your power. Mm-hmm. I figured so. This part. My M's are upside down. And they're on both hands. It takes the both hands to make it a crescent. All right, another half hour and I'm out. All right. Not what I wanted to do. My wrist kind of went weird there. All right. What's the base energy of this collective reading? So we can get this night done. What are we sitting at? 175 minutes. Alright, right off the top, why not? Okay. Collective, things are going to balance out. They might not seem like it right now, but it's going to happen. Yeah, the dumbasses that are coming up against you are going to be outed. They're going to tell on themselves. Be patient. Allow them to show up. Allow them to misunderstand you on purpose. Allow them to play the part of the village idiot. As if. We got the Hermit. That's a little better. Alright, so the bit of foundation that you're working on is that you are focused on creating a family kind of energy, total wish fulfillment, emotionally. This could be dealing with your family currently, or it very well could be that you are creating your own. You're creating an energy of courage and commitment, but this is to yourself. You're grounding out, and you're protecting your stability. You're protecting your reputation or your status or how you show up. Your prosperity, your abundance, in all aspects. The reason why is because you're dealing with somebody that's trying to sabotage you. Okay? Somebody is having a hard time allowing this to be released, but they're going through a bit of an awakening for that. They effed around and they effed out. They found out. And this is why things are going to balance out. The karma and dharma are paying them a visit. This is also giving you the ability to have courage and work on your endurance. You've got some major manifestations and prosperity on their way. Divinely protected, I might add, and booby-trapped. They best check themselves. There's some sort of a third-party triangulation. somewhere in the mix. It doesn't necessarily have to be um, intimate. It could very well be work or family related. Somebody's being very manipulative emotionally. We got the eight of acorns, so eight of wands. There's a lot of energy, a lot of intention, a lot of moving parts, a lot of machines, a lot of momentum. Could be many different people. But either way, it seems like with this action-oriented group effort of some sort of situation, transition and insight, there's ability to move on, there's ability to step forward and step into a new timeline. But what this is requiring some sort of lessons to be learned. Or maybe even just a simple reflection. Taking stock of your current priorities, current situations that you're dealing with. You're realizing and recognizing there's no harmony in this. There's no integrity with what you're focused on with a particular person, I think. It could be King of Cups. There's no integrity there. And quite frankly, they're emotionally manipulative and very destructive with this Empress energy in the reverse. And they're sitting there with their guilt. Like a sorry excuse for a human. Why? Because everything that they took from you is coming back. Everything they stole, they're being haunted. Okay? And you will be getting recognition with the Six of Acorns. You're gaining victory for the way they treated you. Okay? And there is a slight delay, but it's not going to really matter much. Right? Because you're getting recognition because of the fact that you didn't get any type of fulfillment or celebration for how much you've changed and what you've done. Because you basically had to fight and defend yourself this whole time. And again, it's giving me this feeling that you were misunderstood on purpose. People were misunderstanding you on purpose. Like, you want to talk about you want to talk about rambling on about certain things? No. These people thought that you were rambling on. But you didn't stutter. There was definitely lessons here. Maybe a little bit of self-sabotage. But it's warranted for what you've been going through. But as soon as you recognized the power that you had within you, that was a game changer. It changed everything. Because it changed your perception, it changed your perspective. It brought to light what was being taken away from you. You got the Ace of Crystals here. Ace of Pentacles. So you definitely got some beautiful offers coming in. And somebody's extremely bitter about these offers. But they're only bitter about these offers is because it's not going to allow you to be stuck. And it's allowing you to move forward once and for all. And this is where you're getting your victory. Because somebody tried to turn your world upside down. And now it's backfiring on the dumbass motherfuckers that chose to come up against you. Now let's confirm it. Ten of shells. Seven of swords. Ten of shells. Seven of swords. You're getting all this back. Blessings and well-being. King of crystals. Yeah, Four of wands. This king of crystals is trying to make himself look like he knows what he's doing, but his whole foundation is falling apart. It very well could be the two-faced person that's coming in to thwart you. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. But he's showing up in a good way. He's showing in the upright. The Three of Feathers, but yeah. So somebody wants to come in and heal a betrayal, but they're still bitter, and they're still manipulative. They haven't changed one bit. Nine of Pentacles. They're emotionally, energetically dependent. Okay? They've literally got nothing to offer you. Yeah. Not even a Two of Cups. They just want a piece of you so that way they can bring you out of balance and rip your heart open. But you're standing on truth. You're not allowing this to happen. Yeah. There's some sort of a reconciliation in here. But I don't know if it's going to make a difference. What's the Hangman? Justice. So you're going to be having some sort of an awakening. It's going to bring some major justice. You might have already had that. This might be a confirmation for you. Yeah, so just be patient, because this King of Pentacles is going to go through an awakening. They're going in a hermit right now. Just be patient. Your ships are coming in. You are getting justice. So somebody's healing right now because of a botched relationship, and they're done fighting. They're done with the deception. They're very overwhelmed at this time at the fact that you're getting justice and you're standing on your truth. And they're very energetically and financially dependent on you. But yeah, Three of Wands. They're just coming out of the hermit mode. So whoever this is resonating with, you got somebody that's going through a bit of an awakening for how they come up against you. Didn't realize who the hell they were fucking with. That's not your problem, collective. Sweet dreams, Ryan. Rest well, okay? And I'll catch you in the next video, buddy. Please be good to yourself. You deserve it. Sweet dreams, buddy. The Strength card. Or no, the Temperance card. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles. Wow. The Strength card. Somebody's all in their feels. They're very, very sad at the fact that they're losing a Ten of Pentacles that was yours. where you're finding balance, they're losing it all. All because they were coming for you. Ace of Crystals. Okay. Ten of Wands reverse. Yeah. Ah, I figured as much. Somebody can't handle the karma. They can't handle the heat. Why the fuck did you come in my kitchen then? Yeah. Here you are stepping into this independence. Right? You got this Ace of Crystals. They're lying and being deceptive. Trying to create a tower for you. Okay? Trying to basically transfer responsibility. There's some sort of deception happening here. All because the Wheel of Fortune is going in your favor. You're becoming more independent with your energy and your finances. And you're clearing out. You're clearing out the betrayal, the pain, the suffering. Because this wasn't what you signed up for. Like, the destruction of a family is going to bring you your level up. A lot of the people that were up against you were in your family or associated with your family. And they kept you held back. They kept you in this delay of stepping forward and stepping up into your divine light. But the wheels of destiny and fortune are on your side. Okay? You're on the upper part of the wheel. So this Ace of Crystals is coming in whether they like it or not. The Three of Shells in reverse, and they're trying to triangulate you in an emotional situation here. And it looks like they're coming in quick. They're coming in quick with the Two of Cups. But they're triangulating. Like, make it make sense. You want to come in with the Two of Cups, and then there's Three of Cups here in the reverse. Like, stop being such a fucking dumbass. Dumbass karmics, okay? You're good at something, but you've got no spoons left. Okay, so somebody's coming in asking you for help, for money, when they've basically been trying to destroy you this whole time. You know, they don't allow you to move on. They don't allow you to step forward. They don't allow you to have a job. Every job that you've had, they probably sabotaged it. And then they have the audacity to come in and ask you for money. Make it make sense, please. You know, had they shown up different, had they shown up better, maybe want to take accountability for their own fucking shit, and maybe actually be genuine, and not sabotage your jobs, chances are you might have worked something out. You might have come to a compromise. But because they're trying to end you, because they're trying to take every bit of joy, happiness, and security away from you, throw the rock, hide their hands, smile in your face, laugh behind your back. The divine sees everything. And a lot of people don't really get the grasp of that. Somebody's trying to triangulate you to move forward. Somebody's trying to triangulate you to get you to move away. Or that very well could have happened in the past. And it was having to deal with this king of shells in the reverse. A very manipulative fucking asshole. Thinks that they don't have to play by any rules. They would sooner rip you apart and manipulate you through your emotions than take accountability and actually show up like a half-decent human being. They'd rather try to rip you apart, which is mind-boggling. What's the Empress in reverse? Yeah, the World in reverse. They're trying to make you look like you're self-sabotaging. It's gonna blow up in their face. Eight of Pentacles. What did I just say? It's gonna blow up in their face. Six of Wands. I'm really getting that you're getting recognition for showing them how it's done. Showing them how to transmute the bullshit and rise above the bullshit. Okay? That's the feeling I get on that one. Because they worked hard to take you down. And then for you to turn around and get the recognition for it. Ace of Pentacles. That's some beautiful recognition. What else? Four of Wands. A new foundation. Quite possibly somebody wanting to put a ring on it. There's a King of Swords. It's because you're standing on business. You're standing for truth. There's a half-decent swords individual. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Very well could be watching and kind of looking you up. But for some reason, they might have misjudged you at first. And Spirit's saying they're having another look at you. This is somebody I don't even think you've met yet. Two of Pentacles. Yeah. There's some sort of juggling, some sort of balancing act. But you're doing just fine. You're making it work. But there's going to be a major change here. The shit's going to hit the fan. Somehow, some way, somewhere. The Magician. The Nine of Cups reversed. And the Seven of Pentacles. So take stock of what you got going on. Know that there's people emotionally manipulating you. And that you're a fucking empress. And you're building something new. And you need to stay forward. Stay focused and move forward. You're a magician. Yep. Two of Swords. Somebody's calling a truce. And maybe showing accountability. Who knows? Seven of Feathers. Tell me more. The High Priestess. So yeah, you know what's going on behind the scenes. The clarity is coming. And you'll have a new way of moving forward. We got the Fool, the Ace of Swords, and the High Priestess. Fuck around and find out what happens. The truth is coming to light. Why? Because you're a high priestess. You're not somebody to play with. Not only is the information coming to mind from a higher source, right? But there's other people coming in, clarifying certain things that you might not know. People are ready to spill the beans and allow you and help you to move in a new direction, allowing your intuition to guide you, as well as the messages that and the truth that you're receiving. So keep going. It's not all for naught. even though it's because of the snot. Snotty little bastards that are coming up against you. 6 of acorns. Yeah, 9 of cups. So you're getting a recognition because you're finding your own wish fulfillment. You're not relying on the other people to cover you, or, fill your cup, whatever else. You don't feel incomplete without having somebody. You're okay with being single, right? And if you're not okay with being single, you should work on that. 7 of feathers reverse. Okay. Back at the 5 of swords with the 7 of feathers. So 7 of swords reversed. Yeah. Somebody's extremely pissed off. Because that what they tried to ruin for you in any future endeavors of that particular energy, such as love, they tried to ruin it for you. Spreading rumors and a bunch of bullshit to gain access to your 2 of Cups energy. The world. 6. Yeah, okay. The world. What's going on? Oh, spirit. Yeah. Yep. So these bastards are trying to manipulate you out of your ability to move on and step up. They don't think you're worthy of staying in your north node, so they're fighting tooth and nail to get you back into the south node. They want you in this very, very manipulative, vulnerable, desperate, begging kind of energy. Come on now, you're entertainment for them. I'm sure they're watching you somehow. 2 of Pentacles. You're juggling things just fine. You don't need the fight, you don't need the drama, and you sure as hell don't need a karmic relationship. Is there anything else for this reading? 5 of Cups is coming out again with the 10 of Pentacles. So somebody's pissed off and mad and in their feelings. Right? And it very well could be that things are changing. Because it's kind of on its side when I picked it up here. So it kind of be maybe on the fence. Somebody's in their feelings about a 10 of Pentacles. Somebody's sad about a 10 of Pentacles. It's that somebody's actually getting a 10 of Pentacles. Like, how sadistically pathetic can you be? Like, it's giving snake energy. Like, nasty snake. Just keep moving forward. Keep moving forward with confidence. Allowing your intuition to guide you. Make some fucking noise, okay? The Knight of Wands will make some noise, and they're usually pretty quick about it. 6 of Cups. I get a feeling that this is a past energy. A past energy that is all bent out of shape at the fact that you're going to be getting a 10 of Pentacles. 2 of Pentacles. That's 12 Pentacles. You're not only finding balance, but you're finding the foundation. And nobody can keep you away from this. 6 of Cups. Whether from the past or... Yeah, these shitheads actually misinterpreted you, misunderstood you, didn't see the full picture of who you are, what you're about, where you are, what you're doing. They didn't give 2 shits about it. The Strength card. Continue to have this warrior spirit. Continue to have the confidence that you need. Step into this. Okay? the moon. There could be illusions at bay here, deception, trying to keep you from knowing the truth. This is why you're needing to gain strength here. Because somebody quite possibly could be obsessed with you or overwhelmed. The Page of Pentacles in reverse. So somebody's coming in asking for some help. And this is because they're having a tower. And Page of Swords, and they're just lying. This dumbass is lying. Very immature energy. Thinking that they can come in and deceive you when they're the ones that were ripping you apart and sabotaging you. Again, it's coming back to that energy. Like somebody spends almost a whole year trying to sabotage you and bring you down, and they can't. So now they want to join you. You can't beat them, join them. It's a kind of energy. Because they need to get closer to you in order to turn your world upside down. But they didn't take accountability for something that they've done in the past. And now they're coming back to affect you just as bad with what they don't want to deal with on their own. But collective, remember when I was talking about earlier when, you know, as long as they show up with integrity, as long as they show up honest and respectful, with no ill intention, this motherfucker's calling up and wanting to come in to help celebrate, to help give you some sort of flowers and recognition, to get back in your energy, to pass along some sort of envy, lust, just a disgusting energy. Like, I'm not necessarily getting like an STI or STD, but it's spiritually transmitted. It's like there's a demon somewhere in the mix, taking hold of someone or whatever. This jackass doesn't want to heal, and they just want to continue projecting a whole bunch of shit on to those people that don't agree with them. At this point, stick to yourself. There's a very odd, a very uncertain, unpredictable offer coming in. They're trying to put it in a perspective that it's an offer that you will not refuse. But I get you. I give you maybe 3 minutes, and you're going to be seeing right through their mask. I don't see you accepting this offer. But it does make a pretty nice piece of kindling to start that bridge on fire, to burn that bridge with this dumbass motherfucker that thought that they were gonna play in your face and, you know, hide their hands and you know, be all happy-go-lucky for themselves and be very, very extremely selfish underneath it all, and not think about nobody else. They're going to try to turn your world upside down, but they're going to get their own world turned upside down instead. And again, this is why I come on here and I call out the karmics. This is why I come on here and I teach little lessons, little insights, little wisdoms about dealing with your ex. Because it's not worth it. And the people that are dealing with this psychopathic, narcissistic bullshit need a little bit of extra protection. Specifically because not everyone is a chosen, not everyone's an earth angel, not everyone's a star seed, not everyone's empowered by the divine, even though most of us are. Um, like 65%, I think, is what we need of light energy. And we're at like 35% at this point. So hopefully we'll be at like 20% or 100%, shall we? At least 50 to 60% in alignment with who we are and where we're headed by the end of the year. Because shit's gonna get real. I'm gonna just say that right now. When I say that the world's about to change, I'm not kidding. Can I get an animal whisper? Pretty please. Alright, I got a bunch. Pathfinder, mastery, protection, revealer of truth, clever, and inventor. Yeah, and personal choice. Wild. What do we got for the dragons? What do we got for the overall collective? I don't like it when my cards are that loud. I'm trying to be quiet. Come on. Orange Dragon brings soul families and communities together. Spread belonging, warmth, and oneness. Bring people everywhere together. That's what I'm trying to do. Alpha Dragon. Harness the divine masculine power of creation. Destroy the old, visualize the dream, and help to manifest a new world. Can I say it anymore? The Fire Dragon. Burns up the lower energies all around you. You are safe and protected. Be determined and inspired. Clear your soul pathway. And Blue Dragon from the Pleiades. From the Pleiadians. Whatever. I'm from the Orion. Blue Dragon from the Pleiadians. Prepare you to accept source healing. Accept a heart activation. Give and receive heart healing. So it's time to give and receive heart healing. So in essence, it's maybe a time of forgiveness, but it's a time of showing compassion and receiving compassion. Okay? And just trusting in the compassion. Yes, there's going to be people that are going to come out and try to sway you and deceive you and all that, but you'll know that now. You'll know how to recognize it. This is definitely whatever you're going through right now, mastering, okay? Whatever truth you're speaking, whatever you're doing, whatever path you're trying to find, the fact that you're very clever, the fact that you're very innovative, you're protected. You're revealing some truth. You are finding the path. You are becoming the master. Just keep going. Okay? Just keep going. Spirit's saying in a short while you're about to change the world. Whether they like it or not. Pathfinder. Release your past and start a new journey. You are a teacher and help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. Mastery. Eagle. You are on a spiritual journey beyond the sky. Let go of the past and soar. You are guided by the winds of spirit. Your wisdom inspires the world. The coyote, revealer of truth. Don't take things too seriously. Make time to play. Great wisdom comes from laughing at your own folly. Look out for look out for the traps and tricks of life. And instead of running away from them, learn from them. Sea turtle, protection. You are master of finding life's flow. Be in harmony with the rhythm, and your path will unfold. Persevere, and you will succeed. You have everything you need to be protected and happy. Clever fox. You are swift and smart. Solutions to problems that are easily found. Always listen to your instincts. Resources surround you. Be open to romance. And inventor. Raccoon. Decide on what you really want. You have the ingenuity to claim it. Avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. You will have many roles and you can juggle them well. Alright. Alrighty. Sweet dreams, Max. Sweet dreams, Maureen. Sweet dreams, everybody. You're the third person I know who called it demon and a deal with the devil. What do you mean by that? Third person I know who called it a demon and deal with the devil. I got no spoons. I got no roots. Alright, anyway, I love my tribe. You guys are awesome. If you guys want to help me out and support me by helping me get my own place, so that way I can focus on content, and getting my things all together in one place to where I can actually feel safe and be good in my own skin, Like, I feel safe. I love myself. All that good stuff. I'm healing. I'm empowered. I want to move forward. But the current economy is like literally making it impossible for me to be on my own. And I've tried. I've done my best. I've done the best I could. So, if you want to help me, support me, I can bring more content. I can bring it. But I need a safe place to be able to burn my incense if I need to, and and to be able to live, you know. And I'd love to go out and get another job. I really do. I'd love to have other avenues of income so that way I don't necessarily have to work so fucking hard. And pretty well to the point where I almost have to sell my soul. Because I guarantee you, I'll rip the fucking devil's face off before I ever sell my soul. And I'll do it unapologetically. Thank you so much, Amelia, for that beautiful donation. Anybody that donated to me, I wish you hundredfold blessings on that. Hundredfold abundance and prosperity. I stand corrected. Sky Viking, if you need a reading, feel free to stop by anytime. You know where I am. On Facebook or Instagram, whichever one we got. Amelia, the same thing with you. Alright. That's it. That's all, kids. Sweet dreams, everybody, and thank you so much for joining me tonight. If you can't be good at it, please be good to yourself, so that way you can be good to others. I want to say thank you. 2:22 on the chime. And, yeah. I love you all. See you in the next video. Sweet dreams, everybody. Ciao for now.